You win. Perfect.
All right. Anybody in here yet? How's it going?
We're back.
Welcome to Pixel Portal Podcast Episode 3. What's today's date? The 29th?
20-something?
Friday the 29th.
May 20-something?
I love it. All right. Hold on. Let me just... Why is that still playing audio?
So, in case anyone hasn't noticed, we're missing a member of the crew here.
Yeah. We don't know where he is.
He's a few minutes out.
Just a few minutes.
He just texted.
He just texted?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right, let's see. Full screen.
Right now, this is our first Facebook Live, right?
Yeah, we're trying it.
Trying it, giving it a shot. I think we've just been doing YouTube for the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, we tried Twitch last week.
Oh, we did Twitch? Okay.
But that was it.
Cool.
Let's see. Can I pop the chat out? It doesn't look like it. So it looks like chat's just going to be on here.
Okay.
And
That's
then cool. I can do the window.
You have it on boomer mode, so I can almost read it.
Yeah. There we go. And then that's us right there. I'll just have to adjust that. That should be fine.
Very cool.
But awesome. How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Mark?
I'm okay. How are you?
You know, I've
Stressed?
had, and not too much. It's just this technical aspect of this streaming stuff can get kind of confusing, kind of, interesting. You're trying to figure out how to put in some of these images and these backgrounds and making sure things are synced, making sure audio works, making sure levels are good. So, I mean, it's interesting, but, I'm getting used to it.
So and this is our third podcast, but our first one on Facebook. So there might be people viewing that this is your first time seeing us do our podcast.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome out there in Facebook land and Instagram, where we're live on. But this is Cody Boyce.
What's up?
He's the man behind the scene mostly.
The social media manager.
If you have played here at Pixel Portal in any kind of tournament, you know Cody.
Yup.
Cody's over there in his little corner. Masterminding all the streams and people's names and getting their stats up and stuff like that. So
thanks to the TOs for helping me.
Yeah. What was his name?
Yeah. Hey, what's your gamer tag? Hey, what's your character?
Hey, who are you?
That's me every time. I don't remember anybody. I remember like 2 or 3 people, and it's like, hey, I know you. I don't recognize you. So I've been here every single day for the past 2 months.
Hey, I see 200 people a day. 200 people a day.
I know. I see a lot of people a day, especially now with the DoorDash, it's just been fun. Dude, yesterday I was killing it. Like, literally, I was having the best day I was having of DoorDash, and then 8 o'clock rolled around, and it stopped.
Yeah.
Just dead for 45 minutes. Like, literally, it was delivery after delivery after delivery after delivery, and then immediate, like, 8 o'clock hits, and I'm sitting there going, like, I'm going to do really well for the rest of the night, because I was going till 10.
Yeah.
8 o'clock to 8:45, nothing. And so I was just like, should I even do anything?
I'm going to go home.
I was like, yeah, no, that's right. I was just chilling here. I was chilling here in the parking lot, just waiting, because, like, I didn't have any time, to come back at all before that. And then it was just like, I was like, 8:45, I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
I think it's time to turn everything off and go home.
Yeah.
So I just went and head home.
So today we're going to talk about some of the stuff the governor is saying and just, some of the things that are happening, I guess, all through this COVID stuff, obviously the call I get the most every day is, "Are you open?"
Yes, we get that every single day. There, like 3 or 4 days ago, we got it like 10 times during the day.
Yeah.
I got so many message notifications.
Yeah, and that's just messages. I get the calls. I get probably at least 15 to 20 calls a day asking if we're open because things are starting to open up.
Mm-hmm.
And the bowling alley and
And
skating rinks and all
we're
that.
all, if you're one of the people that have messaged and call, we're not trying to say like, oh my God, why are you messaging and calling? It's just like, we're getting it a lot. So, but
No, keep calling.
But yeah, if you
Keep
want to know, you keep letting
Follow
us
us
know.
on our social media.
But yeah, follow us on our social medias. That's one thing I gotta say, because once we know, I'm gonna post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, probably TikTok. We'll see. Just anything. We want to make sure people know that we're open. Like, it's not gonna just be like, oh hey, we're open, and then people are just finding out.
Look at this guy.
Hey, somebody showed up. What's up, buddy?
Come on up, Xavier. Sorry, guys.
No worries. We understand things happen. Things happen.
Just had to be fashionably late.
Well, welcome, everybody. Xavier Cadizales, the manager of the joint. The audio level should be good. You may.
You missed your bus. That's what you missed.
Hey, this is new.
Don't chase the bus. There'll be another bus, but there's only one you.
Yeah, but so I think we got the audio level set up. If you want to just test into your mic real quick, we tested earlier, but just to make sure.
Check.
It looks like it sounds good.
Do I gotta like lean in today?
Kind of, but you should be okay. Maybe just you should be fine.
We'll
be
like
okay
this the whole time.
But yeah, we were just talking about the messages and everything we've been getting about being open.
All the calls, all the messages.
So yeah, we're getting them weekly, which is again, it's just fine. But just let us know, or we'll let you know on all of our socials. It'll be everywhere. So if you follow us on any one of our socials, it'll be hard to miss. To be honest.
So officially, pretty much everything is open except video arcades.
Yeah, except arcades. Yeah.
So the last governor's order was water parks and bowling alleys.
Parks, though.
Skating rinks. Everything can open, but there was some verbiage in the very bottom there that said if you have a children's interactive exhibit or video arcades must remain closed. Like if that's part of your business, must remain closed. And what's interesting is a buddy of mine in San Marcos, Imran, he runs Texas Gamers Lounge. He sent me an article yesterday. So apparently Pinballs, which is like an arcade in Austin, and I think they have one in San Marcos, they're open.
Our phone's ringing.
That's all right. They're actually opening the Pinballs. Yeah. They're gonna open. They basically are throwing.
Allowed to open?
No. They're throwing the middle finger at Governor Abbott,
yeah.
and they're just opening. And they went into like the whole we're doing social distancing, and we've increased our sanitizing stations, and this, like all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Like
but
what
they're
we
at
did?
the end of at the end of it, they're like, and we're opening. Like I don't care what your order says.
I guess we'll have to keep an ey on that. See if
they can go get shut down or whatever.
See what happens to them.
But I mean, I'll be honest. Like I've emailed the governor's office every day. I emailed him again just about an hour ago. I emailed again. Please open arcades. I mean, it's like, and it's not like a rush to to open up and get COVID. It's a rush to like open your business up and survive. I mean, that's the hard part is that people don't understand. It's like without those sales, without people coming to your place, you're not going to make it.
No.
Yeah, people don't understand that the government funding that was available, isn't that easily available, and isn't. Yeah, we didn't get the economic impact disaster loan. We got a small portion for the Paycheck Protection Program, but that that's already pretty much gone. That was kind of back pay for all the 2 months that we've been sitting here. So that's not good. Yeah,
but
exactly.
We're still here. We're scratching it out.
We can.
Did whatever we had to do to get to this point, and hopefully, like within the next week or two, we can open up and try to, survive.
I'm really hoping that because with everything that is opening and the fact that we're one of what you said, 3 businesses that aren't
in
open,
Leon Valley that aren't open.
It's like, at this point, why not? It's like what's if you're not gonna let us open, then like to me at least, explain how us alone can give out the disease or or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like
if a second wave happens, we're not going to be ground zero for
no,
that second wave.
and so it just doesn't make sense that it's like you can have pools open,
Dude, yeah,
you
the
can have
beach,
gyms open, you can have the beach open, like all these places where it's much more unsanitary, possibly unsanitary, should I say? It's like where sweat and the water, and then and it's like here the only thing that would ever have sweat on it, in my personal opinion, would be DDR.
Yeah.
And but even then, we added brand new, floor fans, these big, 3-foot fans that are blowing directly at you that should keep you cool the entire time. So it's like, I just still don't understand how we can be one of the only businesses that they say, no, hey, we got to keep it, we got to hold off a little bit. I don't get it. I mean,
we don't know the right people in the right places to get us open.
And that's the thing is like we've already done our due diligence. We took away one chair from every console station.
Yeah, everything is 6 feet apart from each other.
We've I went out and
stations.
I went out and like hand sanitizer. Look,
show and tell.
I went and bought like the biggest bottle
Jesus
of hand sanitizer gel that you can basically. It's a gallon bottle of hand sanitizer.
As industrial strength.
It's like
Jesus,
as big as your face bottle.
And we have multiple.
And there's like
that's not just one. We have them all over the place.
The reason I got them that big is because the little bottles are like all of a sudden that ends up in your purse or your backpack.
They were on sale.
Yeah, but that big one, I was like, yeah, try putting that in your purse or your backpack.
Oh. And don't we have like that kit that we got from?
Yeah, so Bexar County was passing out a sanitation kit. We got that. We got masks for employees, gloves, stuff like that, and some cleaning, like antibacterial cleaning solution. And
we're literally all like Mortal Kombat characters, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion. We're all just covered from head to toe, trying to stay as clean as sanitary. Like, I mean. Me personally, if it means that I have to come in here every single day and deep clean before we open just to show the city that we're clean enough that we can be open, I'm down.
You know what? I don't even know if it's that. It's like I feel like they're just like, oh, it's an enclosed space or something. I'm not sure what they're thinking, but so is every store in the United States. I mean,
I still honestly think, and I don't know if this is a conspiracy or whatever, but I honestly think that somewhere – like the governor either had like an ex-girlfriend that broke up with him for a gamer, or his son plays way too many video games and it just annoys him. There's something about video games that annoys him, and he's just like, how can I stick it to the video game company, or the video game people here in my town, because I just don't like those mind-numbing, whatever. Because it's like, I know people like that. Like, to be honest with you, I love my dad to death. My dad hates video games. Like he played Pong once. This is his story. He played Pong once back in like the 70s and 80s. He didn't have fun. He's gonna start crying now.
I'm the hated.
You just hit Baby Yoda.
I'm the most hated man in America right now.
But he didn't have fun. He didn't have fun with Pong, and then gave up with video games. Never played video games, and then just swore up and down that video games are the dumbest things in the world. And like he'll swear up and down, and it's like he doesn't mind that I do this, and he doesn't really care. Like he's not going to be outspoken, like tell me like I can't believe you're doing that. His opinion is he thinks video games are stupid. Yeah. So like it's that I almost think is the reason why, because why
it's 'cause
else?
He's not good at them.
He's right. He lost once.
The only time I think a game sucks or is stupid is because I suck at it.
Oh, that's 100%. That's everybody.
This game sucks.
That's everybody. You'll see people that are like going to Fortnite tournaments that are making thousands of dollars that'll lose a Fortnite tournament, and their first reaction will be, "This game sucks. I hate it." It's like, man, you just made $10,000 last week playing this game. You lose this week, and all of a sudden it sucks. Like, come on, buddy.
So Joey, by the way, I don't always break shit. And Trey, Cubert, okay, cool, yeah. Cubert's a pretty, I don't know.
Yeah,
pretty
Cubert's always
character,
jumping on stuff.
So
Cubert's the cause of Corona.
Hopefully the governor will say something this week and allow us to open.
I just hope, yeah. I'm hoping June 1st. I'm still crossing my fingers for June 1st.
I kind of want to say something too about like I kind of watch a lot of like the Facebook stuff, and I'm on there a lot. I don't always comment, but I'm on there a lot. I read what people are saying because I also want to kind of get the vibe of how people feel, and I definitely don't want to do something that would alienate any people or anything like that. But I do hear a lot of there's two sides of the argument. It's like, don't open up. If you open up, you don't care about lives. and then the other side is
that's one of the dumbest comments I think anyone can make.
It's like I just feel like your herd mentality, like you're trying to herd everyone into making a decision for them. That's not okay, because like, you know what, I'm actually praying for those brave people that want to come to my arcade, because those are the people that are gonna help us have a pixel portal to come back to. Yeah. You can't sit around and wait for a vaccine. Yeah. You just can't. You can't stop the world and wait for a vaccine, because the world will not make it.
And that could possibly be a year or more.
They said I think the quickest vaccine they've made is 2 years or something. That's like the record or something like that.
Oh, for the quickest vaccine.
For the quickest vaccine, you're talking about 2 years. I mean, think about it. Like,
you got to manufacture it, test it.
Yeah, it's like you know, I'm not trying to be a naysayer or a hater or whatever. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's what's great about America. So I love about America. If you want to sit in your house and just hermit away until there's a vaccine, you absolutely have every right to do that. But to tell someone else
if
that
you
they're
can afford that,
like shaming them, shaming them for wanting to go out, shaming them for coming out of their home and going to an event or going to an arcade or going to anywhere, to the movies. I've seen people shaming people for going to the movies. It's like, man, do you not want a movie theater to come back to? Do you not want these places to come back? Because without patronage, they die. That's the absolute truth of it.
And that's any company.
That's any business, any
especially
company.
a small business.
So, yeah, I mean, we're a tiny dot.
We're the only one.
Yeah, we're the only retro arcade.
Yeah, I mean, but we're the only pixel portal arcade.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can understand, you know, if we had like 60 or 70 locations around the United States, people can be like, okay, maybe, you know, we won't go there, you know, because with 50, 60 locations, we should have enough money.
We're just worried about one.
We're just worried about one in one marketplace. So,
one little guy. Yeah, we're just worried about one. Got to keep this one open.
Is that exactly? We have the flu vaccine, but you still get the flu.
Exactly.
And so that's the thing too, because like with the flu vaccine, you're pretty much just giving someone a very, very small portion of the flu, and then their immune system builds up an antibody for it, and then over time it lets you get over it. So like with COVID-19, with coronavirus, I mean, is it going to be the exact same thing? Are they going to give you a little bit of coronavirus to help it, to clear? Because like, if that's the case, then nobody's going to ever go out again.
Whenever I get the flu shot, and I know people say this a lot, but this is true for me. Whenever I get the flu shot, I get the flu.
Immediately.
If I don't get the flu shot, actually, it's least likely that I'll get the flu. So I've actually avoided it the last 2 years, and I haven't gotten
And the great thing is none of us are doctors.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only stating opinions here, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But, like, even the CDC came out last week and said it's like the transmission, what did it say? Like,
how it's transmitted?
How unlikely it is for you to get it like COVID-19 from touching stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's highly unlikely is what they said, or unlikely that you would get it from touching something else. They said it's more about the water vapors in the air, water droplets or something like that.
Okay.
But like, you know, unless somebody went right before you and sneezed on something and you grabbed it or whatever, like, but then you still got to put your hand in your face and some other, like they were just saying like it's highly unlikely, you know, just from touching contact that you would get it, you know what I mean? So, and that's straight from the CDC. So
and see, that's the thing too, because like what you were saying is seeing some posts and stuff about people, you know, worried about going out to these places and things. What I always want to know is like who's your who's the person that can tell you otherwise? You know what I mean? Like, is it the news? Like, are you going to listen to the news if they come out and say, okay, everything is fine, you can go back out to businesses now with no problems? Is it the president? Is it the World Health Organization, the CDC? Like, I mean, it's one of those things. Like,
at least, like, even the World Health Organization. Like, I'm not gonna be a conspiracy theorist, but they were saying, what was it, 6 months ago? Video games is an addiction. Video games are bad. This or that. And then they came out with an article that said playing video games during the quarantine will help pass the time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they said the addiction of it is almost as bad, if not worse, than cigarettes.
Than cigarettes.
It's like yeah, of course you can get like addicted and play video games, but it's like playing video games, you know.
Do we have the stat on how many people die each year from, you know, lung cancer from smoking cigarettes versus, I don't know,
playing video games?
Callus cancer.
Callus cancer on your hand.
Trey says if there was a Walmart with an arcade, there wouldn't be a problem.
I would be in the Walmart at the arcade.
Can we do that?
What's up, Morris? Morris just joined up.
So Morris, how's it going?
So
can we just move our pixel portal? Can we rent a section of Walmart? Just like You know how like
Right.
you know how like some Best Buys they'll have like the Samsung section, which is like corner off. It's only Samsung product. We
Right.
have a Pixel Portal section of just your local super WalMarts. I
We're
would
gonna
love that.
franchise. We're gonna franchise that.
We can
like
even
it.
make a deal. We'll have a smaller section for those arcade cabinets that they sell there.
Yeah.
We'll just
Little
like
baby
we'll
one-ups.
even use
Yeah.
your little
Yeah, the
baby
arcade
ones and put it
one-ups.
up. Yeah, with the baby section, the infantile arcade over here to your left.
Those things are a joke, but they're good for what they are.
My favorite
they're
thing
good
is
for your home. They're good
How much
for
are they?
that. I think they're like $300 or.
I wouldn't pay that
But
much.
it depends. Like the Star Wars one is $500, and I'm like, oh my god, y'all paid a lot for that license.
But
'Cause
the
you're
worst-
charging an extra $200.
Yeah. it's
the
Star Wars.
worst about it though is their false advertising Photoshop that they do on there, where they have a picture of someone that you look at and they look like 6 feet tall standing next to it
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
and then you open it up and it's 2.5 feet tall. You're like,
It's like for
"What?"
5-year-olds.
It's like all the people on there are not 3.5 feet tall. Okay.
Photoshop is awesome.
Oh, Photoshop is amazing at times. At times, I mean, but it's one of those things that you see and you're just like, because like the first time I saw that, I was like, those are epic. I want one of those so bad. And
I
then
know,
I like
right?
watched a YouTube like review of it, and the guy had it open. He was like leaning next to it, and you're like, how big is that thing?
I know.
And then you look at the box, you're like, of course it's not that big. The box itself is
Yeah,
only
it's
like
tiny.
3 feet tall. Oh,
You almost
geez.
need the riser.
We are
to
not.
play it.
Well, we are already next to a nail salon, kind of. We're next to.
We're literally next to a nail
a
salon.
nail salon. What do you call it?
They sell
CBD
nail.
shop.
Yeah, we have a nail salon shop on one side and a CBD shop on the other side, and then an ice cream shop at the end of the strip. So I don't know what else is like. What else? do
Yeah,
we-
Baby Shark ice cream
We-
shop.
a bike
and then
shop.
The
Yeah,
barber
like
shop.
2
and
hair
Planet
salons, a
Bike, yeah.
massage parlor.
Are you guys open somewhat?
Oh, and Tuxedo Jones.
We are not open to the public.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
not.
no. Not
We
yet.
do still have private events, and you can still, I guess, book a private event.
Birthday
Yeah,
parties.
birthday parties, private parties,
Work events.
If anybody caught it, DJ X ECKS was in the house. We
Yeah.
had 2 private events for him already. They went pretty well, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he went live on his. He went live on his Facebook
Yeah.
and streamed, like a set, like a DJ set. It was awesome.
yeah, he's a pretty good DJ. He had me dancing all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to it while I was out delivering. I had it on the
nice.
background. I was just listening to
Nice.
music.
Yeah.
I
He
was like,
plays
this
a
is
lot
good.
of freestyle.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
oh my
DJ X
God,
is
I feel
good.
like I'm 12.
DJ X, I like him.
I just think it's funny too that his name is DJ X.
X, yeah, and it's not
Yeah.
X like my name. It's ECKS.
And then we have an X here, so it's
Yeah,
just
I'm
kind of one of
X.
those. Like when the first time I heard it, I was like DJ X. I'm like, X is a DJ now? They're like, no, it's this other DJ. I'm like,
Not since high school.
oh,
man.
not since high school. You're playing, push it,
But
push
yeah,
it
no,
real good.
To answer the question, no, we are not open. But yes, we can still do private events and private parties, and that's what all we really can do is that, other than like merch sales. So buy T-shirts.
Yes. We haven't mentioned it yet, but we are having a T-shirt blitz right now. If you want, you can check out our website, pixelportalarcade.com. On the merch section, it has all of our T-shirt designs. But right now, we're selling T-shirts for $20, so $19.99. But $20, and if you buy a T-shirt now and you wear it once we open, and you wear it anytime before summer ends, you will get $2 off of an all-day pass. So 20% off. So it comes out to $8. Plus I think is it tax? $8 plus tax comes out like
Yeah, it's
$8.50
tax.
something or
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, so you can buy one of our
Can't
awesome
escape-
shirts.
Can't escape the tax man.
but you get to wear one of our awesome shirts all around town, and then anytime you wear it in here, you get $2 off. So come buy one for each of your family members. Come in here as a group and save a bundle of money. That's what I say.
Yeah. What else? We've done a lot. I know we talked about this in the past 2 podcasts, but obviously it's Facebook. It's a much bigger audience, but
Oh, yeah,
we-
I'm
we've
sorry,
done a
I
lot.
came in late, by the way. So are we on just Facebook Live today, or are we on
and,
Twitch?
And speaking of, since I kind of no, just Facebook,
Just
but
Facebook Live, okay.
I forgot to start the recording. Like I started streaming at the right time, but I didn't record for the first 10 minutes.
nice.
So if I can, I'll try to download it from Facebook and see if I can't upload it that way. But just the recording itself, I started recording after he showed up. So anything before then, we kind of
okay,
missed.
okay.
So, but it's not a big deal. I should be able to do it on here. If not, then we just won't have this episode up on YouTube this week because this guy forgot.
figure it
I mean, there are. I've wrote a couple things down that I wanted to talk about. Just a couple, that I thought were interesting this week and so forth. But it depends on what anybody else wrote down.
I think I know where you're going to talk about. I'll let you. My bad.
It says, ready to help more people find y'all online. We got to build that strong foundation because people are searching. And that is very true. Because, I mean, when we were open, we'd get people come in here all the time. And we're like, you know, we ask every single person that came in here, how did you find us? Because we want to know where our name is getting out there. And people would be like, I just Google searched arcade. And it's like, you know, and it was super surprising finding out how many people were Google searching arcade.
It's like 21,000 a month or something like that.
And so it's...
That's what Google sends me. Like, the term arcade gets Googled 21,000 times a month.
So, yeah,
just in San Antonio. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, like, yeah, we know people want to come out. We do. And even the people that don't know yet that they want to come out and play, you know, we know that they want to come out. It's just waiting for the right person to say something or the right time for us to open up, you know? Yeah. But going back, the SpaceX launch.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch any? Well, it didn't launch yet. It's going to be launching tomorrow.
That was the ultimate letdown. I was like,
dude.
But
16 minutes till launch and they cancel it.
I know it was right up there. The good thing was, like, I set my alarm because I was just like, I don't want to watch. I watched a little bit of the pre stuff where they were showing like the new suits, which are super awesome.
Suits, yeah.
The new suits are awesome. Yeah. But they were showing like how they integrate with the chairs and everything. I was like, this is cool. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna set my alarm. And then literally like my alarm goes off. I turned it on to it, and they were like 5 minutes later, they were like, yeah, we're gonna scrub this. And I was like,
But it's rescheduled for Saturday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, at 2:30. Should we go live?
Should we go live? That's what I was gonna ask too. Do you want to do like a live reaction? I might be able to set it up to where we can be on here, and then also the live. I think so we can watch it. And, you know, people wanting to watch it with us can if they want. Would you guys be interested? Anybody out there watching?
Yeah. My sci-fi fans, my SpaceX fans, my alien conspiracy fans, because I'm hardcore about the aliens.
The Space Force unleashed their new flag this week. Did you see that? Hold on, let me see if I can find this real quick. But keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
Protecting us from the Browns, right?
Dude, the SpaceX thing had me so hyped. Like, it's the first, I think, U.S. launch since the moon, right? Not U.S. launch.
No.
U.S.
The first manned orbit. The first manned orbit around the Earth since 2011.
Yes, it's 2011. There you go. It was it's the first SpaceX manned orbit because they've only sent up drones and stuff. So
because there's the browns and the grays, right? For the aliens, is that
and then
is that the common knowledge or whatever?
The grays are the most common, and then we also have the reptilians.
Yeah, but they said like the one of them is friendly and one of them is not. I don't know.
Okay, why isn't it showing up?
I don't know. But I think maybe my theory is that maybe the aliens controlled the weather, and that's what made us scrap the launch.
Hold on, wait. Let me get my tinfoil hat. Okay.
Sorry, bro. Aliens are real, man.
I don't want people reading my thoughts.
For all we know, one of us here is already an alien.
I vote Cody because he is weird.
I know. I'm
I don't mean Baby Yoda.
That's
that's their flag. Okay.
That's the Space
so
Force
Star
flag.
Trek, dude.
I know. 100%.
What the fuck?
That's the Star Trek logo.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I was just looking
totally
at it.
coming true.
They unleashed.
What was it called?
I'm just waiting for the doors.
What was like the organization called in Star Trek? Not the Fleet. I mean, what did they?
Yeah, wasn't it the Fleet?
Was it the Fleet?
Starfleet.
Yeah.
This is why we need Manny.
Yeah, this is why we need Manny.
Yeah,
Manny, if you're watching, this is the one time we needed you to shine. Because we're all Star Wars fans, you know.
Manny is our resident Trekkie.
Yeah. I'm a Sith Lord, probably.
Probably.
I deal in absolutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so SpaceX, new flag.
No, Space Force.
I'm sorry, Space Force's new flag.
This is the new,
Look how happy he is.
I made Star Trek real.
To infinity and beyond.
He wants the little wings that pop out.
I want to know how much time. I want to know how much time went into this flag. Like, they were watching Star Trek and they're like, bro,
100%.
We got a deadline. We got 3 minutes to come up with something. We're like,
Let's
just
go.
Star Trek it, bro. Just Star Trek it.
Dude, I'm going to get it tattooed.
We're totally Star Trekking it.
That is too funny.
Star
so
Command.
happy. He's like a giddy little boy. He's like, oh my god.
What's up, Mary? I guess we can answer again. No, Pixel is not kind of open. We're just doing a podcast here from right now. Hopefully we'll be open up next week, but we're just waiting to hear from the governor.
And the podcast, by the way, we're going to try to keep it on schedule. We're going to do it every Friday, usually about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Did you just say something about being on time?
From the one person that was
I'm just
late
asking.
today.
I was late
thought,
today.
I thought I
was
heard
late
someone say something
today.
about being on time.
But yeah, no, we're gonna try to continue doing this every
I'm
Friday.
cracking your balls, Facebook
I got
Live.
nothing right now. I'm sorry. I got nothing.
nothing.
I got nothing. I was late today. Okay.
I missed my bus.
Jesus.
God. Don't chase the bus.
Mom forgot to wake me up this morning. I told her to wake me up on time,
her.
and she
My
forgot.
clothes weren't ironed and on the bed. I didn't know what to do.
Oh, that's a good one.
Negative.
Oh,
Negative.
sorry. I can't help it.
Okay.
But
so
no, we're not kind of open. We're open to do private parties and private events, but we're not open to the public yet.
Can't be open to the public yet.
Mary.
But yes, SpaceX. I thought the
SpaceX.
SpaceX thing was kind of interesting. I'm excited to
it's
see what
actually
happens because that rocket, the Dragon missile that they're using, is the one that can land itself. So once it takes off and then they're in orbit, that rocket will come back down, find that point in the ocean, that little platform that it's like programmed to go to, and it'll literally land itself.
that's
And then they
legit.
can reuse it again. And then their pod will come back, and when they land the pod, they literally take the pod, put it right back on that rocket, fill the rocket up, and
Did you
boom,
notice
shoot
how
it back
clean
up.
it looked inside the pod? Like it was like, oh, I was like,
Well,
this is like
doesn't it have
Space
to
Odyssey
be?
2001. I don't know. No, I'm saying like
Yeah, it has to
Like
be.
you remember how
Like,
the
it has to be
shuttle,
like
the
dust.
shuttle looked like 30,000 gauges and all kinds of leverage. I mean, this looked. I was like, man, where's all the controls?
Clean
it's like,
and smooth. It's
yeah,
the
it's like-
future.
it's a touch panel.
Welcome to 2020,
Hell.
where everybody's dying.
Hal, turn on the
things are going
environmentals.
Crazy, but we've got a new rocket ship.
And
But
it had
yeah.
its own like espresso maker in it too.
I wonder if it has a Jarvis.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, that'd be legit.
It's crazy
right?
you say that because I just saw Age of Ultron last night.
Oh, did you?
Where Jarvis becomes Vision.
Vision, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh,
I haven't seen that in a while.
it's a good movie.
It is.
Random.
With an English accent. You have to have
Also,
an English
speaking
accent.
of movies, that
Let's have
kind of
an
is.
English accent. All right.
Oh,
Speak
we-
like this for the remainder.
What movies?
I
the
wouldn't
podcast.
mind offending a lot of people from England. I mean, we did get someone from. Where did we get someone from?
Go
last
eat
week?
It's
Brits.
Uzbekistan or something like that. I remember it was a far, far away place.
And then you said something in Russian. They're like, it's not Russia.
Oh no! We had a
Slovenia.
guy, Slovakia. We had a guy
Slovakia.
from Slovakia. And, yeah.
Ends in a ski is all I know.
Yeah.
But movies, I almost wanted to play the trailer, but I don't know if I can. We can try. We won't be able to hear it, but everybody else will be able to hear it. Like I've said
What
plenty of
trailer?
times. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new movie by the guy who did Inception? The new movie Tenet. It literally looks like Inception 2. It's got a whole bunch of crazy good actors in it. It's a very unique looking.
cell phone, Mark?
It was.
I have mine on mute and non-vibrated today.
Okay, I'm gonna mute my
But
phone.
it looks like the next kind
Ah.
of
Yeah. That's what.
like big looking movie.
Tenet.
It-
Okay.
It's starring, I think, I want to say, is it the guy from Black Panther?
Let's see what this is.
Again, we won't be able to hear it. Just
What's happening right
Was
now?
that
Oh, is that a boat?
a, yeah,
Okay,
looks
got
like a
it.
boat. Oh, it's that guy. He was in Klansman, I think, and he's also in Ballers. He's a football player in Ballers.
oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
I never
where I
remember
him
actors.
from.
I never remember the actor.
I don't know his name. Like in Ballers, his character is Ricky Jarrett.
Oh.
He's a
But-
running back.
So I saw this trailer the other day, and it just looked really unique.
What the heck? What is
no,
that?
like what I'm saying. Like again,
I can do that.
like we don't hear the sound, but it's an Inception like movie. I want to say there's something to do with time travel. Again, it's one of those ones you might have to watch like 3 or 4 times just to understand. But
Like
but
you can't look away or you get lost in the story.
yeah, but Dark Knight,
Is that
Inception.
Robert Pattinson?
I think
The
so.
movie
How do you
just went
remember all
gold.
these guys' names?
The movie is automatically good now. Robert Pattinson's in it.
How do you remember their names?
I don't know. I'm cultured.
Because he's seen the movie Twilight 400 times.
Yeah, bro.
You're
are you not?
cultured?
Are
Did you
not
just say that
seeing-
you're cultured?
Yeah.
Oh my
pop
god.
cultured. Okay, if you've seen Twilight, and I know you have.
I've seen Twilight.
Yeah, you know who Robert
I
Pattinson
still have yet
is.
seen it.
Look at that man.
He was a vampire, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think
Greatest vampire of all time.
Okay, that's a stretch. I'm sorry, that's a rowdy stretch right
JK, I didn't mean it.
there.
I'm Team Alice, though, by
You
the way.
just pissed off a bunch of teen girls.
Any
He's not the
Twilight
greatest
fans, I want to know what team you're on. I'm Team Alice.
I'm team never have seen it.
Shit.
I'm,
Oh, sorry.
No, I literally, I've never seen it.
I'm
I
on
have
team
no,
not important.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of vampire movies.
Oh,
Whatever.
Oh my god. Welcome to the show, Stan.
That was Cartman.
Oh, was that your Cartman?
Okay, so I guess this is like his way of like letting people know that he can do like action flicks too, because he's going to be the next Batman.
He
Oh, really?
Yeah,
did
Robert
they say?
Pattinson is Bruce Wayne. He's the next Batman.
I did not know that.
And
That'd be cool.
apparently, allegedly, I should say, they're in talks with Johnny Depp of being the Joker for Robert Pattinson's Batman. I would like that.
He's already crazy.
I know, I would like that. But I think, by the way, I do think he would be a good Batman, a good Bruce Wayne, because he has that whole, like, I don't know, upper class kind of, like, look feel to him, which what Bruce Wayne is.
Something none of us are carrying.
True. But, I mean, as far as him, like, becoming an actual, like, Batman, like, hero,
Right.
I'm curious to see how he's going to do that.
But this movie looks fantastic. This is the next movie I'm probably going to see in theaters, to be honest with you.
I'm down.
I don't think
Oh,
there's
speaking
any.
of theaters, Cody.
Yes.
Do you know what's in theaters and in the IMAX right now?
Trolls.
Well, it's probably not Harry
Oh, I
Potter
know what.
because you
Well, I
already
mean, Harry
mentioned
Potter's
that.
in theaters, but I'm saying IMAX. Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh, again.
No. Not gonna
Oh, because D-Day's coming up, June 6th
Well, Memorial Day just passed.
and Memorial Day. Good. Well,
But I mean, I know
it's-
that's one of your favorite movies. So.
It is. Saving Private Ryan is
It's a
the
3 hour
greatest.
I know.
It's the greatest war
But
movie
the intro
ever
alone,
done.
dude, is worth it.
100%.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of that
Yeah,
movie is.
yeah.
It's almost like the new Star Trek movie. Did you see like when they rebooted Star Trek? Did you watch those?
The newest
Yeah.
ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
with
like,
the young,
like the first 10 minutes of the first one, I was like, okay, I can just get up and go home because that was the best
Oh,
part of the
yes.
whole damn movie. Like I was
I've
just
re-
like,
Yes.
I was
Agreed.
just like, oh my god, everybody's dead, and that was amazing. Oh my god, and I'm like, there's more. And then I was like, no, I was kind of like let
I just
down.
sat through a 2-hour movie. No, that was the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
What?
was just kind of let down. I was like, there's,
like the
oh,
one
there's
where-
backstory. Oh,
Is
I
that
gotta.
the one
see-
where they had the Beastie Boys music? In
Yeah.
It?
Yes.
dude,
And you had
yeah.
to sit through like the backstory. And I was like, okay. But the first 10 minutes was freaking awesome.
If I remember correctly, they did that right too. Is that the music was playing when they were inside, but then when it showed from, if I remember, it may be a different movie, but because you can't hear sound in space because there's no
Yeah.
oxygen for the sound waves
Right.
to travel in. For anybody who didn't know, one of the movies like that, they were playing the song, but then every time their camera would switch to an outside view, like in space, shooting, looking at the thing, it was either muffled or there was no sound. But then when it would go back inside,
It was all
the
loud.
sound was back
Yeah.
again, and I was kind of like, hey, it was one of those just
Yeah.
little things that people
got
don't
it
know,
right.
That I was just like, ah. Well, I mean, I follow Neil deGrasse Tyson on the astrophysicist. I follow him on Twitter and Instagram and stuff.
I
And
think
whenever
I
like
follow
new movies come out, a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. He'll dive into it like scientific wise. He'll be like, oh, I think it was that movie with what's her name, Jennifer Aniston. Not Jennifer. Was it Jennifer Aniston? Where she was in space with George Clooney.
No, that was Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
How do you know that?
Like he had gone on this whole rant about like how I think it was like her hair moving in space, it wouldn't have moved or
Oh,
something
right,
like that. So
right.
he delves into like the scientific things of scenes, and he's like, I have people call me all the time to tell me like, what would I do? Like I think it was in Interstellar, he was a person that worked for the movie as a consultant
Right.
for the science and space. That's why. Like the design of the black hole from that movie was a design from his science team in New York or something like that. That like they came up with that, and then they used it for the movie because they were like, hey, that's an accurate depiction of what a black hole would look like. Boom, let's use that instead of just some random computer graphic generated thing or whatever.
Legit.
So, but I don't know. I think I went off on a tear from that movie, but I'm
You did.
excited
Alright.
for Tenet.
That's right.
I'm excited for Tenet. What else does anybody else have to talk about?
Anybody
got?
watching new shows? Like, are you guys watching the new show from the creators of Rick and Morty? I already forgot. What is it called? I don't even remember what it's called, but it is funny.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's a new alien show. Like these aliens crash land on Earth. Their planet, I guess, was destroyed, and they're pretty much here on Earth with like this pupa, like maggot-looking creature that's supposed to like help spawn the rest of their race. But while they're here on Earth, they're just trying to like repair their ship and then survive amongst us. And in the show, everybody
Invaders
knows
in.
that they're here, and I guess rags on them and like discriminates on them. And the funniest thing was the two kids when like the school that they go to, the principal like cusses them out, and it is the funniest thing. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, it's from the creators of Rick and Morty.
Have you watched the Ozarks?
Yes, Ozarks is good.
Okay, like
the only reason telling me to watch that.
The only reason I watch that show is because I think in the
Money laundered?
In the first episode, besides that, in the first episode there was this line. Like I was watching it, kind of like, my wife had it on. I was like, oh, it's okay. I was not really paying attention. I was on my phone, but there's a part in there where the wife is like cheating.
Oh.
And so they come and they get the guy that she's cheating with, and they throw his body off this 30-story building, and her husband is like walking to go visit him, like to confront him, and he like gets to the outside of the building, and this dude's body like hits the pavement, boom, and then so like later on, and it's crazy violent, but later on, he's talking to his wife after they like. They come back together and they're like, I remember what the situation was, but he says, yeah, they were arguing, and he says, you know what? The only thing that helps me sleep at night is the sound of your ex-lover's body slapping the pavement. And I was like, oh my God, that is brutal.
That's from Ozark?
So brutal. Yeah, that's
dude,
from Ozark.
The scene when it happens, you are so not expecting. You're just like, oh,
it's like he's like texting and you just blap, you just see his body slap. He's like the sound of your ex-lover's body slapping the asphalt.
I've been wanting to watch that. I've heard nothing but good things.
So good.
Like, have you seen the movie or the show The Boys on Amazon? It's like the bad superheroes. There's a scene like that, like in the very first episode, where you're just sitting there watching it, and then something happens, and you're just like, oh. Wait, what? Yeah. But it's like the same thing. It's like someone's just standing and like on the side of the road, and then all of a sudden, they're just like they're blood. Right, they're just disintegrated, and you're like, wait a second, what?
Is it called Solar Opposites or just Opposites?
Yeah, it's Solar Opposites.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's their house. I don't know if people can see it.
They can see it.
But yeah,
it's behind us right now.
It's definitely worth the watch. Solar Opposites from the creators of Rick and Morty.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to start it, and I was not disappointed.
I've just been avoiding it because I really wanted to watch Rick and Morty. And so it was one of those, like, it's stupid to say, but I was like, well, why are they making this when they should be making more episodes of Rick and Morty?
It's a different feel. I don't know, not as...
But that's just how that's just how I was. And now that season 4 is out...
I just saw that episode, too. I'm sorry.
But it's one of those things, too, where it's like, I was thinking about this the other day because there's a new show coming out from the creators of Bob's Burgers, and the animation looks 100% exactly like Bob's Burgers. I literally thought it was just Bob's Burgers. And it was like, new show coming to Fox or whatever, and I was like, wait, it just looks exactly like the same. And this kind of looks exactly like Rick and Morty, but just not Rick and Morty. You know what I mean? Same animation, same comedy, I guess. But I'll watch it. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can watch it. I want to watch more Rick and Morty, but they haven't updated 4th season onto the non-TV version of
What about games?
Of Hulu.
You playing any games?
Rocket League.
Rocket League? Yeah.
I'm in love with Rocket League.
I've been playing Mortal Kombat.
Dude, did you download the new Mortal Kombat update? I was going to say, I watched someone stream that yesterday. They were playing. The new update for Mortal Kombat has Shang Tsung, Knight Rider, what's his not Knight Rider, Nighthawk? What's his name?
Wolf?
Night Wolf?
I thought he was already on there. No,
was he already on there? I thought he was part of that.
This is Fujin, RoboCop,
yeah.
Shang Tsung, and Sindel, I think is the other one.
Okay. Sindel, the forearm, yeah.
No,
yeah,
Shiva.
They put
Shiva, yeah. Shiva.
But they put RoboCop.
RoboCop's in it.
Into Mortal Kombat.
Locked, by the way, because Joey says he's coming over.
Joey
I
play.
make sure he can't get in.
Yeah, Joey, technically we're not open, buddy. So, yeah.
You can come later and hang out outside.
Just looking through the window.
No, as soon as we get done here, I'm going to take you guys to Chunky's.
Yeah,
it's National Hamburger Day.
National Hamburger Day.
Thank you, Paul Vallejo, for making a post about that. I didn't know it was National Hamburger Day. So. Okay.
You realize though, every single day is a National something day. It's like I'll be on Facebook, like it's National Taco Day, it's National Best Friend Day.
It's actually National Hamburger Day every day.
We're going to Chunky's after this.
Yeah, we're gonna eat a.
All right, that's all the time we have, guys.
Oh, really, bro? Cut this short.
Chunky's.
Hey, when it comes to food, nothing gets in the way of food and Xavier.
Okay, I'm a fat kid. All right.
Fat kid love cake.
You guys have to
But
know
yeah, games I would say I've been playing Rocket League mainly because I'm trying to get better. I feel like I suck at that game, and I want to get better because I want to have tournaments here, and I don't want every single person that plays in these tournaments to be 100% better than I am, which will be the case.
To beat you.
But that and Apex Legends, I've really been enjoying Apex Legends. They had a new season update, so I've been playing a lot of that.
You know, Aaron's been playing Dead by Daylight.
Death by Daylight? That's
Death
an
by
older
Daylight.
game. That's a fun one. Zombie game, right?
Yeah, it's like I guess it's like a. Well, you can do like they have a Stranger Things pack.
Ooh.
So you can play as a Demogorgon and go kill all the Steve and
Ooh.
Nancy's and all that.
Okay, then I want to play that.
Yeah,
It's
I wanna
actually
play
pretty cool.
that
I
too.
told him, I said, man, you need to come over here and stream that game because I didn't know. I was like watching. I was like, this is pretty damn intense. Like, it's a whole lot of like just intensity.
I can give him the Pixel Portal Twitch information just if he wants to stream it from
I know,
home.
I
Shit, he
told
can
him
stream
they
from
come over
home.
here and do it.
I tried Apex. Not my thing. I like shooters, but I don't know. I couldn't. Again, maybe because I'm not good at it. I didn't like it.
And BRs, they're you have to get used to BRs. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those you die
I don't
once.
like where you
and
just
it's-
drop in and I don't even know where anything's at and I can't find a single gun and every time I play, like within seconds, I'm already just shot and I'm like, this is not fun.
Sounds like your life.
Yeah, it's not fun.
This is a
What were we
dumpster
saying
fire.
earlier?
What do you-
Games only suck when you're not good at them.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
said that.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Maybe it's because I suck at it. I didn't like it.
Oh, but you, Mark, you were saying Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. I'm actually really enjoying that.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I don't know. I guess I've been around since Mortal Kombat 1, so
True.
kind of just sticks with me. But I really do like that game. I always sucked at Street Fighter, but I still play. It's fun.
You're good at Street Fighter.
No, I'm not.
You're decent at Street
X,
Fighter.
what
Did you
about
beat
you?
me?
Huh?
You beat me, right?
I've beaten you.
Yeah, so then I suck.
But you beat me more than I beat you.
That's true. Imran is actually really good.
This might be a little quiet for you, by the way.
Oh, me.
Manny says that you need to play the Halo Master Chief Collection, which I agree because, well, I mean, it's just
Oh, hell
it's just
Hey, what up,
Halo
my man?
1, 2, 3, 4, ODST, and it's like all the Halos. I just got it on PC and I've been loving it. That's another game, Mark. Sorry, I've been playing Halo 2 just because that game was the game I like. That was the very first game I ever played online. Like when online first came out for 360 and stuff. And when it first started to happen, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a 360 now. It has online. And I have like internet capable of being able to play these. So the first game I got was Halo 2, and I don't think I slept for a week after that. Man, I had way too much fun with that.
See, we didn't have
Rage
that.
4?
We didn't have that. We had Atari 2600. I mean, we had like battle tanks and.
I grew up with the NES.
Well, I mean, growing up,
Youngster.
I mean, not online. I had a Sega and an NES and a Nintendo 64.
Super Nintendo was my favorite system, though.
There was no
never
online.
had
It
a
was
Super
like
Nintendo.
literally like between classes at school. You're like, hey man, you want to get together and play Atari? Yeah, man. I'll go to your house on Saturday at 10. Okay, cool. I mean, you had to set it up. You know what I mean? It was like-
Online changed the game.
yeah, it did.
Cody, now that I see that Manny's online. Can we
What's up,
bring
man?
back the Space Force flag?
Oh yeah, sure. Manny, you got to see the Space
yeah,
Force
Manny,
flag.
if you haven't seen this, I guess they
It's
did it
definitely-
just for you.
I think Manny was probably on the design team.
Yeah, Manny designed it. Here we go. Tell me, Manuel, does this look familiar to you?
Hold on, I gotta get to it.
Well, wherever it's at.
He's already seen this video. I guarantee you he's seen this video.
This is the
So,
new Space
sorry to make
Force.
everybody watch this again,
The
but
new Space
Yeah.
Force flag that the United States
Manny,
unveiled.
what does that look like to
Is
you?
that not straight up Star Trek?
I'm
every
sorry,
time I
his
say
face.
it,
He's
goofy
so
face.
happy.
Here, let me.
He's legitimately happy. Like,
he's like, oh, I created something.
look at my
It's
new
gonna be the
toy.
greatest Space Force ever.
It's
I
gonna be
created
huge.
something that people
It's gonna be huge.
aren't gonna hate me for.
Yes.
No other president
They
did
still
the
hate
Space
him.
Force like I do the Space Force.
They still
Yeah,
hate
this
it.
is the Space Force flag. But yeah, it totally looks like. Extra has that Scott Pilgrim is coming to modern. It is.
Yes, it is. It
It
is. It
is.
is. And we are excited about Scott Pilgrim.
That dummy.
And I'm gonna bug Mark to build a cab
For Scott
for Scott Pilgrim. Yes.
Well, not just Scott Pilgrim. I honestly
Well,
think
for
we
like
should have
four-player
the,
like
the,
beat 'em ups.
the
Yeah.
4-player
We need a
beat 'em
beat 'em
up
up.
We need a
arcade
beat 'em up
cabinet
cab, yeah.
where it's gonna just be
because
modified.
there's the footprint on those like Simpsons and Gauntlet and Captain
X-Men.
America, X-Men, Turtles. It takes up so much room. But to have one cab that
Yeah.
plays all of them,
Yeah.
Your emulation would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Man, he does say it looks
And-
Starfleet Federation.
Starfleet, the Federation. There you go. That's what I was looking for. That's what
We're
it's
gonna make the
Sandy Man would know.
Starfleet Federation the greatest Star
greatest
Force
ever.
Federation fleet of all time.
Starfleet. Star Command. Come in.
Come in, Star Command. This is home base.
Wrestling though, I loved the WWE.
Are we really talking about wrestling on our podcast?
No, we were talking about beat 'em ups, and we were
okay,
talking about
alright.
arcades,
Oh, okay.
and I remember,
Okay.
Yes,
like
that
along with
game.
like Turtles and Simpsons.
I was like, we're about to just take a delge
y'all-
into
y'all
like
remember
male
the old
soap
WWE?
operas.
Yeah, it was WWE WrestleMania.
or WWF at the time,
Or
yeah.
WWF
It was
WrestleMania. Yeah, where you
WrestleMania.
could play as like Hulk Hogan
Legion of
and
Doom,
That was a
Ultimate
humongous
Warrior.
4-player cab.
Dude, I love that one.
Yeah,
man.
and that one had two screens. You remember that one? Had
Yes,
two
and
screens.
it only
was
had
a
two buttons.
Yeah, it was a ginormous.
only had 2 buttons. I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
the
the
learning curve.
joystick- the
The learning
joystick
curve
with
was
the two
very
buttons.
slow, and it was like, yeah, this is easy.
I'm gonna find this one.
Yeah,
It is-
so yeah, if we can try to get like a beat 'em up, I don't know, cab.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't leave.
Well, see, I still want to build that cab for Broncos game, that Swapette game.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a really cool game. It was.
Okay.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
And,
No, not-
but in the same
not-
cab, we could probably do something cool.
Not the one with Doink the Clown, and yes, I still remember. all
No,
these
it wasn't
guys.
that
No,
one. It was a
Doink
Nintendo
the Clown.
It-
I forgot about Doink.
because yeah, that one, the WrestleMania, the arcade game, was on Super Nintendo and Genesis.
So then what?
I'm talking about the actual like what.
Did you type in
19
arcade?
Yeah,
And
like
it would be
WWF
WWF.
arcade.
Yeah.
Cabinet?
Just type that. Just type
Yeah.
arcade.
Bam.
Is it this one?
So it was like a huge. It was a
That's a
Nintendo
pretty big
cab.
one.
I always saw it in the Nintendo cab, which was a humongous. That one right there. You see it?
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
one.
This
yeah.
one here?
That's the one that I've always seen it in.
Can the people see this?
Or just Sega cab. I don't remember, but that's ginormous.
now.
That
Oh,
is
that
a
one's got more than two
humongous
buttons.
cabinet.
Jeez. All right,
No,
who's
the
gonna?
game, the game itself was just so fun.
That's what's crazy about this is like you only have so much square feet. So when you decide to put a new game in your arcade, you really have to say like how like you have to really think about it. Like
the Star
how-
Wars pod racer that
Yeah,
we got.
that's our biggest game.
That's our newest.
Oh, yeah.
and
It's
that
like-
is big.
It's like 11 or 12 feet from the front to the back. And
I'll
it's-
show
But
him.
you sit in it like a lowrider, and I'm just like,
you need to play War in the background. War.
yeah, there you go.
This is our newest game right here.
Now the picture doesn't do it justice because this thing is big.
Yeah, the thing is
You
ginormous.
sit
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, it's long.
That's what she said. But yeah, this thing. Trying to find a good picture of it.
Did anybody come up with a trivia question, by the way?
A trivia question.
Yeah, because we're gonna give a shirt out today.
we're gonna
I
give a church-
forgot.
And you can cheat. I'm sure everybody's gonna cheat anyway. You can use your phone and Google the answer, but we have to come up with a question. So is this gonna be a gaming question, a pixel question, sports trivia?
Hold on, I'm gonna just mute the
What
mics
do you
for
got?
just a second.
What do you got?
Alright, go.
Okay, mute it.
I like that.
That's a
Okay.
good one. That's a good one.
All right.
Okay, so
Couldn't hear
judges,
us?
have we decided? No.
Yes, we decided.
I'm pretty sure they
As
didn't
long
hear
as
us.
no
it
one
was me.
heard that.
No, I'm 99.9% sure I had that
We
muted.
just blasted out the answer.
So okay then here's the trivia question: what was the very first arcade cabinet brought into the Pixel Portal?
The very first one we brought in here.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And
that's a good one.
here's your clue, because I guess that would be kind of hard without it. We did post a picture when we did it, so I guess if you're already following us, I don't know, you can scroll down to our timeline and see
It
what it is.
should
but-
still be
Yeah, it should
somewhere
still-
on
should
one
still
of
be
our
there, yeah.
socials.
Or if you want to take a random guess, what was the first arcade that we brought into Pixel? And Manny, you can't answer this. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
employees are
Employees
exempt.
can't. I'm sorry.
You cannot play.
I mean, the good thing is, if we don't get it right now, leave it in the comment
Yeah.
section below, or message it to us in one of our socials, like one of our like Facebook or Instagram.
And then we'll put
Send
your
us
name
there.
in a little hat, and we'll do a little drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, and anybody who gets it right, yeah. Well, is that what we're gonna do? Anybody who sends us the right answer, we'll
Yeah.
just put it into
Okay.
a bucket or
All
something.
right, so we'll give them time. All right, we'll give them time.
So, like, let's say around 4 o'clock, we'll do a live drawing or whatever.
Today?
Oh, wait, are we going to go live for the SpaceX thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably.
why
Why
don't-
tomorrow? Then?
yeah, we can
We can do it
announce it
tomorrow.
during the SpaceX launch.
Okay, cool, cool.
like
Or
it's-
not. If anything, why don't we do it like next week? We can announce it on the podcast next week, if anything.
Make
That way it
evidence
gives it a
right.
week. If someone doesn't get to see it in the next 24 hours.
Oh,
I'll leave that
it's
up to
I don't
you.
care, It's up to you.
Okay, fine. Next Friday.
Make a decision.
Yeah, no,
manager.
next Friday. We'll give everybody time to think about it then. So next Friday, we'll announce the winner on our next podcast. Again, question is, what was the first arcade that we brought into Pixel Portal? And your clue is we do have it posted. You just got to go through our timeline to find it. But yeah, we want to know what was the first arcade that was brought in. Everybody that answers, your name will go into a hat. We'll draw a hat, or we'll draw a name out of the hat and see who wins the shirt.
And does that shirt still count for the
Absolutely.
T-shirt Blitz?
Yeah.
All right.
And if you wear this shirt again while you're here, when we're actually open again, you get $2 off of an all-day pass each time you wear it.
Awesome. Was there any more topics of conversation that anybody else wanted
I
to
think
bring
the
up?
only thing I kind of want to address is like once they say that we can open, like, well, of course we're gonna announce it to everybody.
Yeah.
So just follow along. Like if you have friends that want to come here, tell them to like our page or whatever, and you know share.
Yeah, share our
Sharing
page.
doesn't cost you anything. You know, if you can share, you know, with your friends, family, whatever, like just let people know that we're here.
And I guess not to beat the dead horse, but when we do open and when things do start getting going again, if you're not comfortable and if you don't feel safe, then by all means, you know, stay home.
Yeah.
But don't.
Or if you're sick.
Yeah, if you're sick, definitely stay home. And we do have that power scanner, like Dragon Ball thing that you point at someone and it gives you their power
Oh
level.
man, that dude's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
you can't
or
come
it gives
in.
you their temperature, but I
You
say
got
it's
one
their
of
power
those?
level. Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah,
Nice.
the touchless thermometers. Yeah.
But I
I
just
saw
really
someone at a delivery that had one of those. They were testing each employee that was coming in the door, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah,
is
and
this?
that's the thing is everybody needs to understand is that it's not like we're just sitting here going, "Oh, come back." I mean, we've implemented a lot of stuff. You know, there's some training that they have. You have to ask people, you know, have you been sick in the last 2 weeks? Have you been around anyone that's been sick in the last 2 weeks? Do you feel? Are you showing any symptoms, or do you feel sick right now, or have a fever?
Yeah,
you have to check your temperature.
we take precautions.
yeah,
We do it. But
so-
I also want to say that if you know of someone that does want to go out, you know, that does want to come and check the place out, like, don't shame them for it, man. Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, not everybody's going to have your viewpoint. Not everybody's going to feel as cautious as you or as I guess, concerned. And some people, I don't know, like, they do want to go out to restaurants. They do want to try to get back to some sense of normalcy.
Those are the brave people I'm hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. And we need those brave people. You know, unfortunately, we do need them.
Yeah, 100%.
But we're not, you know, one way or the other, we're not going to, you know, harp on you for not coming out or for coming out. I just want to say that if someone does come out, like, because I see a lot of, like, social media, like, bullies right now about it.
Right,
like,
there's
you know,
a lot of bullying.
Yeah, like,
going
I
on,
mean, if it's not your thing, then it's not your thing. And don't harp on somebody, you know, if it is. So
don't be a hater.
Yeah, don't be a
Like,
hater.
for real.
All your
Because
life.
I would say 99% of people aren't coming out to here or to other places and then like immediately going over to their grandma's house or immediately going over to their parents. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we have that big of irresponsible, you know, patrons.
Yeah.
You know, I think most people, and I mean, even when the whole, I mean, this is just a small example, but even when before all this happened, 90% of people that came in, the first thing they did was went straight to the sanitizer
Hand
station
sanitizer, yeah.
and used the hand sanitizer.
They're all
And then
wearing
as soon as they
masks,
left, you know, as a family or something, they would use it, and then they would have the kids use it. It's like, so, I mean, everybody was being clean and proper beforehand.
And you can't just pump 30 gallons of hand sanitizer. I mean, I think they say you can do it like 3 or 4 times, and then you need to go wash your hands, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So, like, just use common sense, come have a good time, play, and then we're going to do our very best to sanitize every chance we get. We
Yeah.
usually have one person walking around all the time wiping stuff down. So, I mean, it's...
But please,
but-
like he said, don't make anybody feel bad that they want to go out and have fun now. It's been a couple months that people have been inside and cooped up, and people want to go out.
Yeah, we're not saying we're running a 200-person tournament.
Yeah, we're not
But
trying to
don't
fill
shame-
this place.
But don't shame someone for wanting to go out. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, everyone has a choice. That's the great thing about America is everybody has a choice. And you have a choice to stay home, and you also have a choice to go
Yeah,
out.
and we're not even mad at you if you want to. If you do not want to come until
Yeah,
the
that's-
right person or the right authority tells you, like, it is
Or
finally
if you
safe
want
to
wait
come
for
outside,
a vaccine, or if you
then
want to
that
wait
is
for, you know, some
100%
kind of,
fine.
Yeah, you can do that. That's what's great about America. I served in the military just so that you can do that. So you have that right. Thank you for taking advantage of that. But don't shame anyone or create a herd mentality like everyone has to do what I do. It's not that's not okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can have an opinion. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. You can say, I personally will not go. But don't be telling no one should be going to events and no one should be going out to the movies and no. Yeah.
just be cautious.
Just be
cautious and
cautious,
careful.
yeah.
Like, and you know, if if some places are requiring masks or something like that, me personally, I'm just gonna wear a mask because it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think
hate
it's
on the mask
impeding.
wearers either.
I don't think it's impeding on any of
No,
my
I saw
freedoms.
that.
It's annoying, yes, but it's like, I mean, people in Japan. There are people in Japan that have been wearing these masks since the 80s, since the 70s, and it's like, it's to me, it's just like it's a slight
It's our new normal.
inconvenience.
Honestly, it's gonna be our new normal.
If that's the case, like, I mean, honestly, I don't mind wearing it out if that means I'm not going to give it to anybody or I'm not going to catch it myself. I'm not too worried that I'm going to catch it myself, to be honest with you. But I like I said last week's podcast, I haven't seen my parents in 2 months because I don't want any kind of residual, effect for me to give to them at any point. But at the same time, it's like I still want to go out and have fun. I'm not going to try to stop my whole entire life from, keeping going because,
We got
I'm not going to a water park though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to a water park.
I'm not
I'm good
going
there.
to the water park.
Yeah, sorry. No.
But just for we did have a lot of new stuff. We can't wait for you guys to come back.
Yes, we
just
have
to
a
wrap this up. Like
lot
I
of
feel
new
like
stuff.
I feel like in the time off, we really took advantage. Us three as the kind of like the core guys here, we swept and mopped, and then we brought in some new equipment, and I worked on some games, and we got some things going, and we got a couple of new pinballs, and a couple of new games, and it's gonna be different than what you remember. I mean, there's more stuff. There's a lot of games available here. So.
We are. I think it's more so why I'm excited to finally reopen. Just I want everybody to see all the new
I know
stuff.
it's almost like a grand
Grand
opening
opening, right?
because we were only open for a few months, but we've changed so much and like new people coming in that are
Right.
gonna find out about us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Honestly, the people who have shown up and that come back, it's the same old Pixel, but with some extra newness, which I
If
love.
you watched the whole video, thank you for watching this whole video.
Yes.
And just tune in. We're gonna obviously I've said this in the past podcast. Our production value is just gonna keep going up. We're trying to get some better equipment, and Cody's getting way better at OBS and stuff like that. So,
I'm trying.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some cool stuff going here. Maybe some videos and stuff that we can talk about.
Guests.
Yes.
Yeah.
We already have
there's
we
a
already
lot
have
of
a couple
people,
in
I
mind.
guess.
Yeah, a lot of people were already like, hey, I want to be on your podcast,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool that we're already getting like feedback like that. So
And that's the thing too is one of the people that we've already kind of spoken to about maybe being a guest said that Friday afternoon might not be the best time for them because they work during the week. And so as consistently as we want to do this Friday afternoons, if we do have to reschedule one to try to get somebody on, if it's just a few hours or maybe the next day, like a Saturday at the same time, just because it's not during the weekday. So I have no problem doing that at all.
or we could do a special interview. We could still do our regular podcast,
Yeah.
but then also do
Oh yeah, special interview to put up on the
special
YouTube.
podcast for guest speaker, blah blah blah, whatever.
For sure. But yeah, so I mean, if anybody out there is watching that knows anybody that's in the industry of gaming or is famous or anything like that, any Spurs players or anything like that, I'm down to have anybody as a guest just to talk about, the portal and talk about but talk about the games and anything. But I mean, I have nothing left to talk about. I kind of went over what I wanted to talk about today, and I could have prepared better, but I'll prepare more for next week.
We're good. I think
Yeah,
we're good.
we've pretty much winged every one
Yeah,
of these.
every
so.
show.
But honestly, my favorite podcasts are the ones that are winged. They just have
Yeah.
like a couple questions that are points that you want to go to, but the rest is just
Yeah.
having a good
I
conversation.
was watching videos on how to have a good podcast, and all of them were like, "These are terrible. They're terrible ideas."
All right.
And I was like,
You're just
have
watching
a-
like, why would
have
it-
a script on your bullet points that you really want to get across. I'm like, no. I'm not.
Like, nah.
I literally just have a few on my phone, just like little points, just to what I wanted to bring up. That's the SpaceX stuff I thought was cool.
Yeah, SpaceX for sure. And
I brought it. I was gonna bring up the
I
storms.
do think I
too.
want to go. Yeah, we want to do that live tomorrow, right?
Yeah, the SpaceX, yeah, for sure.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, I mean, I could probably try to set it up, but I don't know what time exactly happening tomorrow. But whatever time it is happening, we'll be live probably 20 minutes beforehand.
Live reaction video.
Yeah,
of
live
space
reaction.
launch.
Yeah, to the SpaceX.
Mhm.
And I hope we see aliens.
I hope so too.
Like
Like in
yeah,
Star
That'd be
Trek,
awesome.
They just went warp.
but it's National Burger Day. I guess we've taken up enough time.
We're going to Chunky's.
We're going to Chunky's. If anybody's, I guess.
Where are you going after your podcast? I'm going to Disneyland.
Chunky's.
No, we're going to Chunky's.
I'm gonna social distance.
And I don't know. Maybe we'll go live at Chunky's just to show you the burger.
I know, right? Dude,
Live
those
at
burgers are
Chunky's,
legit.
just
Yeah,
show the
live
burger.
from Chunky's, my burger, and then
Those burgers are legit.
I mean, I'm down.
All right, but yeah.
You guys
Alrighty,
good?
guys, I'm good. Peace out, Facebook land.
Yes, thank
Later,
you guys for
guys.
coming. We appreciate it, and we'll be live again next week, Friday, between 12 and 1. We'll see you guys there.
All right, see
All
ya.
right.
All right, bye guys.